I'd like to welcome myself back onto the podcast. It's been a while since I've been out. I know a lot of fans have been texting me and talking about me not being on the show.
Calling in, yeah.
I'm back, and I'm kicking off this broadcast because I own the network, actually. The name Slobberknockers came from me. And so I want to start the show off by saying I'm back. And I'm here all year long during football season to kick off the sports show.
What an announcement. What a treat. That's really going to get the people going at home.
The level of IQ on the set will go up. The fun will go up. The funniness will go up. Everything about the show goes up, and the ratings will go up off the
And people want to know, were some of the original characters coming back?
Oh, yeah, they are. The midgets, all of it.
Okay.
I got a couple of people, illegitimate people coming on.
Yep.
Midget fighting.
People? What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not going to say who it is.
What are illegitimate people?
Kids
Illegitimate children?
Yeah, you never know.
Are you saying that you have illegitimate children?
I have nothing. I'm clean to the bone. But let's say it this way. I'm here to make an announcement that me and Bailey are going to do a pre-show kicking off college football.
Ooh.
We're bringing back a lot of the characters, the fighting midgets till they die. They're bloody. We're bringing back a lot of characters. And the songs, everything is rigged.
Who could forget about the songs? Chewy McGraw.
Chewy McGraw, everything is rigged.
Chewy McGraw is one of the greatest
we got some
songwriters
classic
of our
things,
generation.
like my prediction of the tournament.
Yep.
I might just go ahead and do it before the teams are even selected.
And Dylan didn't let you show those again, but this year. But
he took all my stuff off.
Yeah.
He took all my stuff off.
It's terrible. But
I took all your stuff.
It was another perfect bracket. He stripped everything.
Chip
of you
was
off
laughing out of the car on the Perfect Bracket show. He was like out of his car laughing.
He was laughing because you're so ridiculous.
No, he was literally like, "That is so." I go,
"That's
no,
not what he said."
Swear to God, he did. He watched like 13 seconds.
I believe he
the whole
said
thing.
genius was the word.
Yeah, it's comedic genius.
Yes,
sure he did.
All right. So anyway, I want to kick off the show by saying it's the summertime. The ratings needed to be up. I said I'd come on for 10 minutes, and I'm here.
Yep.
That's it? That's all you got?
No.
No,
well,
I'm going to keep going. I'm saying I don't want to, pee on your little parade. I don't want you to have I don't want the Jolly Green Giant to stick it up there and start pissing on you guys, okay? I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Just dribbling right now.
Gotcha.
Not a full-on piss, okay?
Well, this is a sports show. We're going to do some sports stuff, so.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about stuff I got to talk about. I'm talking about some other stuff. Jerry.
Yeah, why don't you give us your Cowboy. What's going on in Cowboys
why don't we,
land?
instead of going into the 2-minute drill, since he's only here for now, he's only got 7 more minutes. So I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear.
You might
some
notice
Cowboys news if you're not following. The Dallas Cowboys are in a situation. Micah Parsons now. Deal still not done, demanding a trade. Jerry Jones did an interview the other day where he kind of blamed Micah Parsons, saying that you guys don't know the money that I offered him. And so Micah turned it down, apparently, and now there's this big scuffle, and we don't know if Micah Parsons is going to be a Cowboy this year, but we'll see. But, go ahead. Give your take on the Cowboys.
My take on that is simple. He's the worst GM in football. Everyone knows that. And now he's getting everyone's lashing out at him. The press, Stephen A. daily, if not hourly, everyone's going after him. You got Jay-Z going after him this morning.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I know. And so basically with the deal of Dez Bryant, he was handling that deal for Dez, where Jerry's trying to talk to Dez in the old days the same way. It doesn't matter. That's old news. The bottom line is they will lose the first 4 of 7 games. Meaning 4 out of 7 out of the first 7 games.
They're going to be 3 and 4.
No, I want you to write it down. They'll be 3 and 4. Okay. They have the hardest football, and Dak will get hurt again by game 9 or 10, guarantee you. Guarantee you we'll be seeing Milton play. And hopefully my guy Shador will be on the team pretty soon. Because if Cleveland drops him as a 5th-round pick, gets him off the practice squad, Jerry's going to pick him up. Guarantee you.
So you're saying that
guarantee
Dallas
you Shador will be
have,
there.
You think Shador's going to be in Dallas? That's never happening.
Yeah, it is. That'll happen.
I like that take. The one other thing I'll say to you that you called perfectly is
Thank you.
the morning last week I sent the news about Deion Sanders possibly stepping away because of health concerns.
What did I say?
And you said, no fucking way. He's a warrior.
Thank you.
3 hours later, he's beaten cancer and he's coaching the team.
I love it.
That actually seemed like he went from he has cancer to he beat cancer in 4 hours.
I love it.
Those were the news reports.
He has narcissistic tendencies as well, but I like him a lot.
As well? I mean, what do you mean as well?
As well as I do.
There you
go.
Bottom
line is, no one predicts like I do.
I mean, it was unbelievable.
Fair?
He had cancer, and then 4 hours later, he didn't.
But
And
no, what
you
we're gonna
called that.
no, what we're gonna do on this show, I'm not joking. I'm gonna call Dylan out because here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the draft picks that they had in college, the top, let's say 30 picks, and we're gonna have him pick 4 players that are gonna kill it. Not the top 4. We're gonna get out of the top 5 players. We're gonna go like 7 to like 25. I'm gonna have him pick his, and I'm gonna pick mine.
I like that.
Okay.
By the way,
we'll see who can talent assess better.
No, I mean, no one does it like Big
Thank
Dog.
you.
By the way, the Cowboys started last year with Dak Prescott as the starter, 3-5. They started 3-7, but Cooper Rush started the last 2 games. So your prediction that they go 3-4 isn't all that bold. They were 3-5 last year. They have a tougher schedule this year, and they have a worse coach this year. They actually got rated the 30th. The ESPN did a rankings of the coaching staff in the NFL, and I believe Dallas was 29th.
How many top receivers does Dallas have? Who has a better dual combinations receivers? Name one team.
Then CeeDee Lamb and who?
And Pickett.
Oh, now that we have Pickens, I don't know. Pickens is a head case. I wouldn't.
Oh,
say,
really? As a receiver, you're going to say they're not the top 2? You're not going to see they're the top 2?
They're not. That's not the best receiver. No, they're not the Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Okay,
are the best
that's the only combination, and one may not be coming back.
Vikings, Addison, and Jefferson are better.
Yeah, Addison.
It's a top 5 duo, though. I would agree
top
with
5.
that.
So you're telling
Pickens
me
can stay out of
we've
prison.
got 4 running backs now.
The running backs are horrible.
Oh, really? You got the Texas kid. He's not horrible at all.
Hey, is our boy back?
Talk into the mic, buddy.
What?
What's his name? Is our boy? He's so good I can't think of Rico. Is Rico back?
No, Rico's on the Panthers. He's the backup for the Panthers.
No.
Yeah, he's
What
so
a
bad. He was the
mistake.
worst starting running
What
back
a
in the league
mistake.
last year.
They brought
By
him-
the way, how
they-
about Trey Lance, my dad's boy? He actually threw a
Killing
couple
it.
touchdowns in the preseason.
Championship.
He's
Man,
back,
number 3 overall pick, and he's killing it in the preseason,
okay.
boys. How about let's
I
give it
would
up for
pick-
Trey Lance?
My brother Trey does the same thing. It's so funny. He's like, I think Trey Lance is gonna be pretty good. It's like the 3rd overall pick, and he's like killing it in the Hall of Fame game. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah,
I
man, I'm
see
telling
it.
you.
I told you.
Yeah.
We're getting off subject. Let's stay on subject here.
Yeah.
Real quick. We're going to do some predictions. What do you think Dallas's record is going to be?
I'd have to look at the schedule. Though I think my prediction is the Commanders are going to win the NFC East. I don't
No, they're
think
not.
that the
Sophomore
Eagles,
jinx. Go ahead.
Don't think that the Eagles are going to. There hasn't been a repeat champion in the NFC East since 2000.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
all
going to
know
be the
that.
Cowboys or the Commanders. The Eagles are not going to win this year.
Jalen and the boys.
And the second the tush push gets banned, that he will cease to be a top 20 quarterback. That's why they did the quarterback rankings. He wasn't even top 10.
Let's
Let
just
me finish.
Please.
Let me finish. Dallas will win. I think Dallas, even though people don't think they will, their win total, I believe, was 8.5. I think they win 10 games. They're going to go 10-7, and they'll be in a wild card spot.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Washington wins the division. Dallas gets in on like the 7th
I got him
seed.
8-9.
For instance, real quick, I want to say one thing. This is how bad your host is at picking talent. Jalen gets picked. I said, bring him up, put him on the team. They pick him. Then he gets in the team. He says he's horrible. He can't even play. Then he goes to the Super Bowl, plays better than anybody in the Super Bowl, and loses.
He's bad.
And then he goes to the Super Bowl and wins an MVP. Oh,
I
my
thought
God.
We were staying on topic.
Yeah,
Why are
I
you
am.
going
I'm
to
just,
Jalen
you
Hurts?
said it. You brought it
What
up.
a
You brought
monster.
Jalen Hurts
Why
up.
are we talking about
So what
Jalen
I'm saying
Hurts?
is they aren't going to win the division. The Dallas Cowboys.
I didn't say they were going to
You
win
said
the
the
division.
Washington was.
Yeah. I picked
Okay, well,
Washington.
no, they're not going to.
Who's going to win the division?
Eagles.
Oh, wow. Bold prediction there, picking the favorite.
And let's do one more prediction real quick while I'm here. What is the Giants' record going to be?
Well, assuming they don't start Jackson Dart the whole year, they'll win 5, maybe 4 games.
If they start Jameis, they win 7.
They're going to win 7 to 8 games.
No, gosh, no, they're not.
All right.
Another guy, Russell Wilson, your boy, who's fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah.
He completely fallen off the face of the earth.
Keep the broadcast. Now let's go on one more prediction.
0 Super Bowl MVPs.
As I'm here.
0.
That I
2
have
less than Eli Manning.
Jerry Jones is going to be in some hot shit this year. Guarantee you that. The fans, I think, are going to fall off. I think there's going to be a message sent to Jerry because now you've got agents and people and players, and now you got the press turning on you. He's turning into Trump. He's turning into a guy that people are hating.
Nobody cared. Jerry doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He doesn't.
No, he does. You're
doesn't-
different. He's different than
irrelevant.
anybody else. Jerry does care. To get booed at camp, he does care.
He's not going to change anything because
No, he's not going to change anything.
so then it doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying he's going to be affected by it.
How is he affected by it? If he's not going to change
He's
anything?
going to start to think about it. And by the way, this coach is a one-year coach.
But by the way, no,
You know who I think they bring in?
1 year.
You know who I think they bring in after?
Tell me.
Super Bowl winner and author Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
What a hire.
What a hire.
If they get Dougie in there, they win maybe
and
3
you were there
4
when
Super
I
Bowls.
said, this guy's going to win a Super Bowl.
Yep.
And
With
Dylan's
Big
like,
Dick-
he's the worst
With
coach ever.
Big Dick Nick Foles.
On that
I
play,
mean,
that Statue of Liberty. Boy.
That he had nothing to do with.
Yes, I love it.
The Philly special.
How
And
many
he
years
wrote
did
the
he
book.
last in Jacksonville? 3, 2 or 3?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He won a Super Bowl.
That team had a lot of quit in him, and he has a freaking
All right,
British
so
owner.
I want to say one other thing. We're going to do 3 predictions real quick. Who's the team?
Wait, real quick. By the way, he says, listen to this, Turner. He said that the Dallas Cowboys should not sign Micah Parsons.
No,
that
should
they
not.
should let him go.
No, let him go.
Please respond to that.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I think they have to sign him, but the only thing I will say is, if I'm the Cowboys, I sign Micah Parsons. But they signed such stupid deals with CD and Dak.
Yeah, you're
that
done.
You're
You're
almost better off at this point just drafting nothing but young defenders and then just spending all your money on offense.
No.
I love Micah Parsons. I'm just saying, like, that defense, once you spend it on him, then, like, you're not going to be like, Diggs did they re-sign Diggs, or what's his deal?
No, he's gone.
So he's going to be gone. There's no way they could
Trayvon
afford
Diggs
him.
is not gone.
I mean, he's going to be gone.
No, I'm just
They're getting
saying
rid
they
of him.
won't be able to afford him.
No, they
those
won't.
contracts.
Absolutely.
He's been injured the last couple years. I
No,
don't think
it
he's going to
doesn't
get
matter.
that big of a deal. Wait, didn't he already sign an
He
extension?
may have signed an extension.
I'm
I don't
pretty
know.
sure he signed through
I don't-
2028.
I have no idea.
What I'm saying is this, real quick. This
I don't
is
know
why-
how the Cowboys have all that money.
Trayvon
then.
Diggs is signed through 2028, and he's an unrestricted free agent in 2029. He's making 12 this year. Cap hit this year is 12. Next year 18.
sucks.
Next year 23. Next year 21.
So if they
They'll
sign
trade him.
Parsons, where's the rest of the
No,
money?
no, let me
They
say
have no
why you
more
don't
money to spend.
Let me say why you don't sign him. This is why. You do exactly the wrong thing with Dak. You shouldn't have signed Dak last year.
It's horrible.
You stupidest thing you ever did.
that ruined
You
the whole organization.
So what you should have let him play. He would have got injured. You would have probably had him for the franchise tag this year. This year you'd have had him back on a franchise tag. Yeah, you'd have got socked this year, but who cares? Now they do that to Micah. Don't do it. Franchise tag him next year. Let him play this year. He always gets injured. He's out 4 to 5 games. Never shows up in the playoffs. Never. Dylan says, because they double team him. Doesn't
They do
matter.
double team him.
Doesn't matter. He
No,
doesn't.
your argument.
You should go listen to Skip Bayless break down his playoff record of tackles.
I'm pretty
Go
sure
break it down.
Turner would agree with me
Pressures.
on this.
Pressures in the playoffs, 0. He sucks in the playoffs. He's so, because I said it last year and you were sitting there. He won't last. He gets too beat up. He's not a physical. He's not a strong enough,
Not a
big enough
physical
player. A big enough player to last at that position. He is a beast the first 7 games. That's it. Bad idea. Don't sign him. Franchise tag him. He'll play this year.
If they franchise tag him, I think he'll sit out. I don't think he'll play on the
let
franchise.
him.
Who knows? The one thing I will say is,
No, he
obviously-
doesn't sit out the $50,000 of practice. He wants his money.
oh yeah, the one thing I will say is that obviously, if you could go back and not sign Dak, obviously that's not.
Use that as an example
not-
for Parsons.
That's not an option.
Copy what you
yeah,
did wrong.
but Parsons is so much better than Dak
Thank
Prescott.
you.
I mean, but he's
should have signed.
He's a
should
top-
have signed Micah and not signed Dak.
for
That's
sure.
what they should have done.
For sure. Yeah.
They should have done that.
But
It
the
makes-
problem is, once they signed CD Lamb, they thought our hands are tied with Dak. We have
Yes.
to have someone to throw him the ball.
Right.
So I mean, it's an interesting thing. I
Hey.
think they need to sign Micah Parsons, and they should because they're better with him. But then it's just like, okay, where's
I don't
the rest
disagree.
of the money? I just don't
think,
know what to
well,
do.
I think they
I just
screwed
think
themselves with Dak.
I think they're
Number one,
regardless, they're
Jerry
fucked
doesn't
regardless.
really like Micah Parsons because he's on his podcast. He talks a bunch of crap. He thinks he's the star. Everyone talks about Micah all year long. Jerry they've said tight-lipped that he cannot stand it. He wants to be the one on the radio shows that they talk to every morning on the 105.3 in Dallas. He wants to be the one that says everything that's going on, and Micah's on that podcast, and he talks, and Stephen A. and all of them talk about his podcast every God bless it morning. He's getting 8 o'clock coverage on the East Coast.
Yep.
Micah is, and Jerry's not. Jerry's over here on the 105.3 in Dallas talking.
saying,
Yeah,
it ain't
and no
all-
one cares.
Ain't all smiles. And
Yeah, and
glory
no, he
holes.
doesn't have a podcast, Jerry. So he does not like that. So I don't think he really cares. Plus, he's an old school guy. Like
What
one of
does
those
that?
guys.
What does that mean?
Like in the old
Where
days,
are
we
you
used to
going
own.
at?
He's
Where are you
an
going
owner.
with this?
He's an owner. He said he plays for me. Okay, he has that old school mentality.
By the way, Micah Parsons in the last 2022, he was the number 2 rated in PFF edge rusher. Number
you can
2,
look up all your
number
stats,
2 in
but don't
20.
even go there and playoffs.
Number
He
2
sucked.
in 2023. Number 4 in 2024.
Sucked.
He's a top 5 player at his position.
At
really,
7
he's
games.
probably he's arguably
Yeah, he is on 7 games.
He's arguably the best player at his position.
on 7 games. he
I
is.
don't disagree with what Turner's saying
7
contract wise.
games.
I don't know if it makes sense, but to act like you don't need him. They're going to take a big step back if they get rid of him. Good
7
luck.
games. 7
Yeah,
games.
no,
is what
they
he's good for.
need him. I just don't know what I. Anyway, the contract situation
All
is just a mess.
That's Micah's situation, which has been in the press every God bless his second. And now all the people, now the producers of these shows are getting pissed. The actual talent, like let's say Colin, are tired of being told by their bosses to cover this. You know what ESPN's Get Up said? They said, we're told to cover Dallas 4 times during our broadcast. 4 times. The beginning, the end, and 2 times in the middle.
Okay, thanks for coming on, Big Dog. We appreciate it.
Stupid. Oh, no, I got one more prediction.
Let's hear it.
I will be back grabbing the sack, and I'll be in your homes coming 2 weeks from now.
That's
okay?
right. Thank you, Big Dog. God bless you.
I won't give you a grab now, Chris
Yeah,
Elliott style,
yeah.
but I'd like to.
Yeah.
And Conan needs to bring back the masturbating bear.
Okay. Thanks,
He
Big
really
Dog.
does.
Have a great day.
And Triumph the insult dog. There's
some
nothing
tighter
like,
pants,
nothing
okay?
like Triumph.
Get some tighter pants. All right. Let's see. Later.
Mama, there goes
Close
that
that door,
man.
sir. All right. Now that we got that out of the way.
What a treat.
I got a couple of things I want to show from this week. Turner, you actually sent me this.
Yeah, well, I didn't see any of it. I just saw someone.
Even better.
Yeah, no, I saw none of it. I just saw that the Pirates went up 9-0. So,
Okay, so we
little
have the
teaser.
bad beat of the week here.
Yes.
Swan dive of the week. And we had the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies came into this game 29-80 overall record, the worst team in baseball, one of the worst teams in the history of baseball. And they're facing the Pirates. The Pirates were a -135 favorite, so we're going to pick it up here.
And I believe someone said they were like on a 5-game winning streak coming in this.
Who
too.
was the Pirates?
Yep.
Pirates are on a 5-game winning streak, so we'll pick it up here. It's already 1-0 in the top of the first, and O'Neal Cruz is going to smack this to right field, and it's going to be a grand slam to make it 5-0 Pirates here in the first inning. All right, pick it up here a few batters later. We had a walk, and the starting pitcher, Sensatella, I can't pronounce his name, gets pulled in the first inning with 2 outs. Did not make it through the first inning, and now Andrew McCutchen is going to smack one to left field. That's gone. That's a 3-run shot. It's 9-0 in the top of the first inning. 9-0. Pitcher's been pulled. We're going to fast forward now to the bottom of the 5th. And the Rockies are going to start inching back a little bit here. Okay, as it's 15-6 now, and Mickey Moniak nearly homers off the wall for the Rockies. It's going to drive in another run, make it 15-7. Again, starting to climb back. We're going to fast forward now. Bottom of the 9th.
One out,
it's 16-12, and there's 1 out here. Okay, nobody on, and we've got Hunter Goodman at the plate, the 3-hole hitter. He's 1 for 4, and he's going to smack a home run to left field. That's gone, and it's now 16-13, but still 1 out.
Yeah, you
one
don't
out.
really care at that
You're
point.
fine.
Yeah.
You're up by 3 still in the bottom of the 9th inning. And as bad as the Pirates have been this year, they've not been great. They're a losing team as well. But they got their closer on the mound here. They should be okay. 1 out. 2 batters later. This is Warming Bernabel. And at 16-13, he's going to hit this on a line into left field. It's going to score a run, and it's going to be a triple for Bernabel. And now it's 16-14, man on third base. Next batter is Thairo Estrada. Estrada's going to hit this up the middle. That's going to score Bernabel, and it's now a 1-run game. And I'm going to play the audio here as we come to the last batter. You're still, again, right here, you're winning. Somehow you've given up 3 runs here in the bottom of the 9th. You've scored 16 runs in this game. You were up 9-0. You're up 15-6. And now a double is going to tie the game. A homer would walk it off. The winning run is at the plate here. And this is Brenton Doyle here.
One swing and they would win. And hit deep to left. Is it enough? Going back, Pham. And gone! It's gone!
And they didn't record another out either. It's still
They
1
did
out.
not
on that
record
one.
another out. It was 1 out that entire time. And they walk it off
That's insane.
17-16. And the 29-win
Yeah,
Rockies
that'll get you jumping off a building right there.
now have 30
That's
wins.
why you don't gamble, folks.
They hadn't won in a lot of games before. They have not won a game since then, and that was the one that they won. 16-17, the Rockies walk it off. Okay, I actually wanted to show this when Big Dog
Is
was
this
in
my
here.
boy Caleb?
This is Caleb right here, and this is at camp. Just want to show you, Caleb is in full form right now. This is my favorite thing I saw this week, if it'll play. Here's Caleb rolling around with some pressure and just a classic He's really, I heard, the reason I pulled this up is because I legitimately listened to Ben Johnson on the radio the day before saying how big of strides Caleb is taking. Man, he's looking better. He's progressing. He looks more comfortable. And then the first highlight I saw of camp was him rolling back with 4 men in his face, chunking it off his back foot and throwing an interception.
Trying to make a play, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
That was 4th down.
I
don't
honestly,
know if it was 4th down, but I'd like to imagine it was 4th. He's trying to make a play.
now this was on Sunday.
Okay.
This is Asia Wilson walking in, okay, to the Aces versus Minnesota Lynx game. All right. Asia Wilson with her outfit in her purse.
Yep.
This is her now before the game doing her pregame celebration.
They do this like every
I don't
game
know.
or something?
That's the cringiest thing I've ever seen.
It's the W,
Wait for
bro.
it.
This is what we live for.
This is the W. Watch this. Look at that incredible watch.
Good Lord.
Second worst loss in the history of the WNBA right there.
W.
Second
Gotta be
worst
better
loss.
aces.
Sorry, second worst loss in the history of the W. My
Yeah.
fault.
Come on,
History of
dude.
the W.
Show some respect.
111 to 58. Scored 9 points in the fourth quarter. Asia Wilson was 4 of 10 with 11 points. Here we go. We're gonna go to news or
there we go.
fake news.
I'll avoid looking at the. I saw one
I've got a couple.
that you
of,
had to scratch.
well,
but,
yeah, and I've got 9 of them, and I'm gonna not use all of them.
all
but-
right,
Okay, here we go. I'll stick with the WNBA to start. Ready?
let's do it.
All but 2 WNBA veterans will become free agents at the end of the regular season this year. Is that news or fake news? All of the veterans in the entire WNBA will become free agents at the end of the regular season this year.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. So I'm going to say news.
That is news.
How is that even possible?
so
is it because,
apparently
is it a
the
new
end of the
agreement or
collective
something?
bargaining
That's
agreement.
what I figured. Okay.
But still, that said, you have that happen in other sports, and contracts don't
Right.
expire with the CBA. I guess all of the players knowing specifically that the revenue share was likely going up.
Correct. And because they, their salaries are so, they're not making a lot of money.
No,
Even the stars, like say they're making $250,000.
correct.
There's no point. If your salary can potentially double, there's no point in being signed past that. So
Correct.
interesting.
Yeah, and so like the NBA, the NBA players' revenue share is, I believe, 50%. And
Portnoy's on the record saying like the other day that if he could buy a Boston team
he did.
for $250 million, he'd do it.
Well, I did
An
see that,
expansion
and then, yes, a couple of days ago or this week, actually, the owners of the Celtics bought the Connecticut Sun and plan to likely move them to Boston by 2027. So he said though that they would never let him do it, and they wouldn't.
Well,
they would never let him
wouldn't,
do it.
Yeah.
But he also was saying that he thought that it was going to be a big moneymaker going forward. I don't know if I agree with him on that. I understand that it's becoming more marketable. It's so hard to watch, dude. And that's something. This is legitimately coming like for a serious take here from somebody who watches more WNBA than most people do. And I find it hard to watch any game that's not Caitlin Clark I watch the Fever even just because I root for them even when she's out. I find it hard to watch a full game unless Caitlin Clark is playing. I bet on the game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be – I think it's tough. Because I think, first of all, you have the Caitlin Clark, everything to do with her is kind of hot and new in the sense that she came over from college, just 2 years ago.
Correct.
Like, is this going to hold up and keep growing exponentially? And you would have to say probably not. I remember when they were really trying to and it wasn't quite as popular, obviously, because Caitlin Clark is a star. There's no denying that. But it wasn't quite as popular. But this women's soccer league that they have, like this NWSL. And keep in mind, our women's national soccer team is very popular. And those girls all play in that league. And it just doesn't really hold up. There's not much traction there. And I think you're going to see the same thing with the WNBA. I don't know. I guess, I mean, I know all the media is trying to pump it up to be everything it possibly can. And, the feud with Angel and Caitlin. And it's just, I don't know. I don't see it going on for 10 years.
I don't either. I wonder too, like, as obviously Caitlin's going to be in the league a while, but like, I legitimately think she is one of a kind. And that's not just as a fan, me saying that. That's as just an observation. I've never seen a girl before or after draw the attention that she draws. There's something about her, the star power. It's not just that she scores. It's like she kind of plays like a dude, like a Steph Curry. Like, obviously not to that level, but like, look, Kelsey Plum scored similar to the way Caitlin Clark scored, but she wasn't dropping triple doubles, but she was scoring like that. Never had the effect, right? Same thing with Juju Watkins. Like, yeah, she's great. She doesn't draw the same fans that Caitlin draw. So what happens in 10 years when if the market grows and the revenue share for the women go up, right? And they think they're going to start making money. What happens when Caitlin Clark in 10 years, or 15 years is like done in the WNBA? Then what? Like, because I truly believe it is a one person show. I mean, it's obvious. We're in her second year. She's not even playing that great this year, and she goes and doesn't play. The ratings drop by 50%. She doesn't play in the All-Star game, and the ticket prices drop by 49% in 1 week.
I figured it would have been even more than that.
Yeah, it went from an average of $121 to $63 in 1 week.
What a bargain price! You get to see Caitlin for $121.
That's actually for the average too. That's pretty good. So you probably got a decent seat.
Yeah.
Well, because it's like, who wants to?
Jeremiah may actually bought you that, so you could have gone up there in your jersey and filmed content.
I would have done that for sure. When the heck is Jeremiah coming on the show, man? This has been 2 years now.
He's always had crazy ideas. He texted me. Let's see what he said this week. Oh, he goes, "You want to have good ratings on your show? We flipped the script on Dylan. I come on. I ask the questions. See how good he is at naming fucking WNBA players."
Oh, I like that.
And then bonus points. Crazy Texas Longhorn trivia questions where he has zero chance, so he can bring shame on him for being a super fan.
Let's move on to number 2. The Buffalo Bills running back James Cook failed to show up for mandatory practice Sunday, citing, quote, business as the reason.
I love that.
And continued to answer for every single question, business, in the interview. Is that news or fake news?
I feel like it's true.
I
know he's holding out.
It's definitely news. He is seeking a contract extension. He's got 1 year left on his rookie deal. He's been really, really good the last couple of years. They've been running the ball more and more. So understandable that he is holding out. But it is very interesting, the stark contrast between NBA free agency and NFL free agency. Guys got to hold out and not go to training camp to get a deal in the NFL. And the NBA, it feels like they're just throwing dollars at everybody left and
like
right.
hotcakes.
Okay. Number 3, the Washington Commanders and the city of D.C. agreed to build a 65,000-seat arena at the old RFK site in the city, bringing the Commanders home. News or fake news?
Seems like fake news. I don't think they'll build anything in D.C. It's a cesspool.
It's actually news.
Oh,
it's actually news.
I heard Trump's not going to give them the money unless they go back to the Redskins.
So apparently I heard that same thing as well. There's still discussion on whether they're going to do that. What's your take on that? Do you think they should go back to the Redskins?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think and I think the Cleveland Indians should be the fucking Indians.
That's what I said too. I don't even think that's a hot take.
Honestly, well, I can't say that because the Redskins logo is just iconic, and
it is iconic.
But the Chief Wahoo for the Indians is iconic too. So I mean, it's like they need both those teams.
Well,
back.
why do they allow the Florida State to remain the Seminoles?
Well, because the Seminole tribe has been very vocal that if you don't do that, like no, they want them. He's like, no, it's a great honor.
I would love to know who didn't want the Redskins.
Well, the Redskins
other than people who are not of that, like white people who just have an issue with it. I want to know who actually had an issue with the name, or the Cleveland Indians. Same thing.
I don't know. I don't think there was a lot of. Sure, there may be pushback from some of the tribes. I know how you can make the argument. Oh, it's derogatory, whatever. Sure, I don't think that. And I think they should go back to the Redskins. However, the Indians. I mean, come on, dude. It's just they're the Indians.
I know.
It's, anyway, I'm sure that someone would be like, I can't believe these two white racists. I'm like, they're team names. I mean, I don't know what. And the Seminole tribe in Florida. But the funniest part of all of it is when the Seminole tribe in Florida go, no. We want them to be the Seminoles. It's a great honor. This is,
yeah.
And then you have white people telling the Seminole tribe, no, you don't get it. It's really offensive. And they're like, no, it's really not. This is our university, and we want them to be the Seminoles. Like, no, this is very derogatory. It's like,
welcome to 2025 America.
Classic white people shit.
Yes, the white
and
people.
I mean, we make fun of a lot of races here. White people are the worst, folks.
Oh,
woke
absolutely.
White people are by far the worst.
I agree.
So I just want that for the record. That it's like, yes, we throw lots of
shade at
throw a lot of shade. woke white people are by far the worst. And then crazy radical. I mean, they're just, yes, white people are the worst, both sides.
Okay, moving on. Number 4, Aaron Rye shot 22 under on his way to winning the Wyndham Championship this weekend, his second career PGA Tour
It's
win.
fake, baby, because
You actually know who won this
Cameron Young
weekend?
won it.
Wow,
Finally.
Cam Young did win it.
That sorry bastard had to be up 6 shots to win it. He needed zero pressure, but he finally got it done.
And he still bogeyed 17 and 18.
Out of all the people that have just kind of underachieved the last couple years, probably been him.
Yeah.
I mean, Tommy Fleetwood's always come up short on winning, but he still has a shit ton of seconds and has been good. But Cameron Young has got, I mean, he hits it a quarter mile, has got a good game, and just hasn't been able to. I think the closest he got was at second at the Open Championship, 2-3 years ago.
He lost to Cam Smith, and Rory was right behind him. And that's when everybody kind of thought, I think that was 2 or 3.
A lot of people thought he was going to win a lot.
Right. And then he just has completely fallen off the map. I thought he went to live because I hadn't seen him in so long. He's just not been good.
He probably wishes he went to live.
But that moved him up to 15th in the FedEx Cup standings, and apparently they're he'd have to play really well in the playoff to get on the Ryder Cup team, but he was talking about it after the win yesterday. That's going to be fun coming up soon.
Oh, yeah. Ryder Cup's the best.
Okay. Let's see here. That was number 4. Let's go to I've got a couple more here. Oh no, we'll just go one more. Weber State hired Dame Lillard as their basketball general manager. Is that news or fake news?
I think that's news. I've seen other NBA players do that, and it's a no-brainer to get Dame Lillard. I don't know if he agreed to it, but that's the first person they would offer it to. So
yes, that is news, and he did take it. And I guess for him being out this year, it's easier. I think that's weird that they're letting current NBA players be the GMs of these schools.
Right.
For Weber State, I guess, what does it matter? What are you really doing as the GM of Weber State?
A lot of mainly it's just street. It's it's whether it be like Kevin Durant at Texas or someone to be like, the ambassador.
Yeah.
Just maybe one day out of the year, Dame Lillard will get on a private jet and fly to talk to some of the kids that might go to Weber State.
Right.
That's going to be his, and he'll tweet a couple things. That's going to be the gist of that.
Okay. Let's do one more game, and then we'll do some main topics here and get into some of this stuff. Not going to be a long show today, and Big Dog took up he was supposed to take up 10 minutes. I think he took 15 to 20.
It's unbelievable.
He was getting boring at the end. I had to wrap him up. Okay. This one, we're going to call this game big deal or no big deal. It's like deal or no deal, but with big deal. So is this a big deal or is this no big deal? That's the game.
Superstitious or little stitious?
Right. Okay. Number 1, Luka Doncic signed a $165 million max extension with the Lakers over 3 years. Multiple Lakers players came to support Luka at the signing, but LeBron did not show up. Is this a big deal or no big deal?
No big deal. I mean, LeBron probably just had something going on in the offseason and better things to do than go congratulate Luka Doncic on a 3-year deal that he didn't even want. I mean, he wanted to be making the Supermax in Dallas.
Don't you think LeBron is a selfish prick, though, for not showing up?
I mean, I don't like LeBron, but yeah, no, I think this is not news.
A lot of people showed up for him, just saying. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people that didn't have anything going on. LeBron's he probably was checking on the factory over in Cambodia with all those 10-year-olds making his shoes. Someone's got to keep those guys on task over there.
It's a good point. Yeah, those things are high quality. Okay, number 2, J.J. McCarthy. Reports have said that J.J. McCarthy has been highly inconsistent in training camp thus far, having some good days and having some really bad days. Big deal or no big deal for the Vikings?
No big deal. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. I mean, I think he's going to throw a lot of touchdowns this year. I think he's going to throw a lot of interceptions. It's going to be one of those years. My brother was arguing with me the other day. He said he thinks they're going to be really good or really bad. I think they're going to be right in the middle. They play in a really good division. I think they're going to be 8-8, 9-8, 8-9.
I just think the Lions will take a step back this year, though.
Yeah, I think they'll take a step back. I think the Packers are going to be pretty good, though. Yeah. I don't think that they got any worse. And the Bears, we'll see. I don't think they're going to be great, but I don't think they're, they started pretty well last year. Besides, the Hail Mary that could derail just about anybody. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. I think the Vikings next year, if J.J. McCarthy is shows that he's the guy there, and he's going to turn over the ball a lot this year. But next year can be really, really good.
I don't
Addison
know.
in a third year, right?
Yeah.
Then you still have Hawkinson, you have Jefferson. I mean, that team could be.
I still don't quite know what J.J. McCarthy is. I wasn't sure about him coming out of college. Everybody seems to really like him. You know, I know this is really going to be his rookie year because he was hurt the entire last season. He was a good college quarterback, but he wasn't asked to do all that much, but he did win big games. He won a national championship. I don't know. I don't know what he is. I know that if he's not good in the first 2 to 3 years, he's probably not a good quarterback because he's not going to be. Like, it's going to be telling pretty quickly, not year one, but in the first 3, because you just don't have a better situation than that.
No.
That is arguably the best coaching staff in football, and then you have the best receiving core in football, and it's like, okay, if you don't show, you know, promise in your first 2 to 3 seasons, it's an issue. So I do want to see him look. I would be fine with a lot of touchdowns and a lot of interceptions. I don't want to see a lot of interceptions. Like, I don't want to see a Zach Wilson stale, can't move the ball early on. That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't think you're going to get that just because the team's so good.
I agree.
I mean, just around him, it'd be really hard, in my opinion, for him to do that.
Agreed.
But totally agree. When J.J. McCarthy came out, I was not high on him all. I was like, he plays for the best team in the country. He handed the ball off all the time and the box was constantly, all he had was one-on-one matchups, because if you didn't, then Michigan was just going to run the ball 10 yards a pop on you. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that take. People do like him.
I mean, he was the 4th quarterback off the board. Bo Nix went after him, who had a good first year. The only guys who started last year who went before him were Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. I know Michael Penix got drafted a pick before him. That was kind of odd, but I don't know. I mean, he was a 10th overall pick, and it was a team that this year let Sam Darnold go after they went 13-4 in the regular season and would have been tied for the best record in the NFL, or at least in the NFC. So there is something, they have to see something in him promising. So.
I just thought they would never pay Darnold because it makes no sense. You draft a quarterback there,
I agree.
And Darnold has the best year ever with, that's what we're talking about. It's like, I think you'll see Darnold take a huge step back in Seattle.
I mean, you're going to see
you're throwing to the best guys.
That's why
That's
why I think McCarthy will have a relatively, like you're saying, good statistical year, at least like with passing yardage and touchdowns, because that offense is so good and anybody can be good throwing to Justin Jefferson. All right, number 3, Ryan Day has still yet to name a starting quarterback, less than 4 weeks away from the season opener against Texas. Big deal or no big deal?
No big deal. He knows who it is. There's no point in them revealing who it is.
Okay,
I don't know if one's a thrower and one's more of a runner, but there's just absolutely no point in him.
Sure, everybody thinks that it's going to be Julian Sayer, but
and Texas knows too. Trust me, Texas is people with binoculars, figuring out who it's going to be. They know.
Pulling a Connor Stallions.
Yes, there's some inside information. Or it could just be players. People don't understand that, like, we've talked about the loyalty problem in college football. There's so many guys that are on Ohio State and Texas that just talk to each other, that played football to you. And I promise you, one guy on the defense or one guy on the receiver is like, oh, yeah, so-and-so is going to be the start. They know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
So that's I say no big deal to that for sure.
I mispronounced his name. Julian Sayin. He was at A&M. I'm sorry, he was at Alabama. Initially committed to Saban in Alabama for 1 year, then transferred. I guess. Let's see. Is this going to be his second year? He committed to Saban before he retired, then ended up transferring to Ohio State. So we'll see. I do think just on that topic, I was looking at the line. I think it actually opened as a bigger number, but it's currently 3. Texas is a 3-point dog in that game. You think that's the right number? You think Texas goes into the horseshoe and wins week 1? They're a much more known team. Ohio State did lose a lot on defense. They lose their quarterback. They lose their running backs, both of them. They lose their best receiver. Like, they lost a ton of stuff. I know Texas lost their quarterback and their receivers
They didn't lose their best receiver. Jeremiah Smith's their best receiver. But
I forgot. I'm sorry. They lost their most veteran receiver.
They still have him. But I know what you mean, though. Yeah,
they lost a lot of production. A lot of production on offense and defense.
I think it's just the fact that that game's on the road. But if that game was at a neutral field, I think you see Texas favored by 2,
Yeah.
2.5. I don't know. I mean, the shoe's going to be tough week 1.
Did you see the coaches poll come out today?
You told me it did, but I didn't see. I didn't see the order.
Texas won Ohio State 2, so we got 1-2 the first week of college football.
Oh no, sorry, I did see the coaches poll. I didn't see.
I thought it was the AP poll, but I believe
think
it's just
coming
the
out
coaches
tonight
poll. Correct.
or something. Yeah,
but my guess is it will be the same, at least in 1-2. I bet it'll be Texas 1 and it'll be Ohio State 2. Maybe Penn State will be 2.
First time ever Texas ranked number 1
in the
preseason in any major poll.
Any major poll,
which is crazy.
That actually is wild if you think about it. They've won 8 national titles. They've won 8 national titles. 5 legitimate ones. Anyway, okay. Moving on, I am so hyped for that game and for this season. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, here we go. Go through a couple more of these. After recovering from a shoulder injury in spring camp, DJ Lagway is now dealing with another injury, a lower leg injury this time. He was seen in a walking boot around campus. This is the third major injury he's had in the last less than 365 days. Big deal or no big deal that he's got another?
I would say big deal if he's in a walking boot and he can never stay healthy anyway. So big deal.
Yeah, I think it's a big deal too. I mean, look, to me, that's Billy Napier's job. If Lagway doesn't stay healthy, they're probably 6-6 at best, maybe 5-7. I think Napier has to win 7 games. I think he maybe even 8 games to keep his job, unless Lagway just really likes him and wants him to stick around for one more year, because Lagway's got to be there for 2 years. But Lagway could also just transfer. So we'll see. Lagway showed some promise at the end of last year. I think it's concerning. The fact that he has had this many injuries, he's a mobile quarterback who going to take hits. He's a big dude. He's got to stay healthy for Florida to be half decent this year.
Oh, yeah. And Billy Napier's job is for sure riding on it. So 100%. He needs him to be healthy.
Okay. We got Taj Rael, who we talked about last week, the safety who leaked Memphis's playbook to UTSA's starting quarterback Owen McCown, currently plays for Purdue, and Purdue's coaching staff has been downplaying the situation and saying it has been mischaracterized, and they're allowing Rael to play this season on Purdue.
Purdue fucking sucks.
Big deal or no big deal?
And Purdue sucks, and the kid must be like pretty good.
Okay.
And they're like, we're going to check your phone.
Big deal or no big deal for college football that we are having no repercussions for this?
For sure, big deal.
Big
if I was
deal.
a coach, I'd just kick him off the team. Like, hey, we're not going to do that.
Right.
Unless they do have something like that's very, like, hey, this is exactly what happened, and somehow it paints a completely different picture on what was, going on. So, But I mean, I don't think, if you saw how that game played out, I think it was
scored 44 points.
Yeah. I think it was.
They were not a good offense.
Yeah.
He threw for 600 yards and 6 touchdowns.
It was funny. That game kind of like woke them up, because then towards the end of the year, they were scoring a shit ton of points.
Yeah, they ended up upsetting somebody, I think like Tulane the last game of the season. It was a big to win the conference or to get to the conference championship. Okay. Let's see. I've got 2 more. Georgia starting offensive lineman Jazair Jackson was arrested on
drugs
this time.
Oh.
He was arrested on drug-related charges, including felony possession of marijuana. Additionally, 4-star commit Chance Calicut was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And he is the second commit in the month of July alone to be charged with a felony who is committed to Georgia. Big deal or no big deal that we continue to see this behavior out of Georgia players and Georgia commits?
I mean, it's a big deal, I guess. Kirby Smart just doesn't fucking care.
At some point, it's gonna catch up with him.
Well,
There's gonna be something.
Someone's gonna
kill somebody.
Yeah, someone will end up dying,
or it's gonna be
Kirby
a DUI.
Will say, man, we didn't know. Seemed like a good kid in the facility, and anyway, yeah.
This reminds me of. This is eerily similar to like the mid-2000s Urban Meyer Florida Gators. This is what it feels like.
Oh yeah,
don't give a shit what you do off the field. Yeah. Get away with whatever you want,
and you can
as long as
you spin it the same way Urban did. It's like, man, I couldn't quit on those guys, man. I turned my back on them, and they're they're on the streets, man. And,
right.
And they could end up dead, and
how nice.
And how would I? Yeah, Urban's a good dude, man.
Yeah,
he gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
There's no one that hates Urban Meyer more than Jeremiah.
Jeremiah hates Urban Meyer.
Oh yeah,
that's great. But yeah, I mean, it's like, you can get away with murder off the field as long as you're showing up and playing good football. Doesn't matter. He'll yell and scream at you on the football field, but do whatever you want outside. Okay, last one. The NCAA decided not to expand the NCAA men's and women's basketball tournaments for the 2026 season. However, they are still considering expanding to 72 or even 76 teams in 2027 or in the future. Is that a big deal or no big deal that they're actually strongly considering expansion to this tournament?
I know you hate it. I certainly don't like it. I just am in the camp where, sure, I know that it dilutes the regular season. You're getting more teams in. I understand that part of it. The NCAA is just thinking, hey, we add this many more fan bases. I know it's all about money, obviously.
It's all about money.
But any of those teams that get in those slots are not winning the tournament anyway.
That was exactly my point. So
Yeah.
why? But it's like, so why add them then? So why?
Because it's just strictly money. It's just
right.
it's just like we were talking about, where I was like, I think you're going to see the college football expand to like what they do in FCS, and they'll make those bowl games,
Right.
and you're like, well, why would you do that? And I was like, because those bowl games, and then I get that we're diluting the other bowl games that are left, but it's like, I just think that that's the way we're moving, because everybody else sits out of the bowl games. Those teams that get in those spots aren't winning the national championship anyway, but you give those fan bases, like, think about how excited teams are that have no shot to win the NCAA tournament to get into the NCAA tournament.
I agree with
You're
you.
an 8 seed that, like you're a Colorado or something. They're like, oh, they're on the bubble. Let's see if they get in. It's like they have zero shot of winning the whole thing.
Right.
But I mean, I dislike it. I mean, I will say that.
and
I'm glad they didn't expand it. But I don't know how big of a deal it is, but
it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, where do we draw the line when we keep doing this?
Right.
Like, where do
why
we draw
don't we
the
just
line?
put every team?
Right. I mean, it's like, that's what they already do with the conference tournaments. Your whole season, if you're a mid-major, if you're a non-Power 5 team, or you're a conference where you have almost or no shot of getting an at-large bid, your regular season is irrelevant. It's irrelevant, right? Your only thing that matters is your conference tournament, right? With the exception of the Ivy League, who is 4 teams get in, so it matters if you finish there.
How many would they expand it?
72 or 76. So it would be an additional 4 or 8 teams, or I'm sorry, yeah, an additional, because there's 68 teams right now. Right?
I would be fine with it if you're only adding 2 more Power 5s, and then everybody else that gets in is mid-majors. Teams that lost in their tournament. Like, if you could work it like, hey, that team was the best team all year. They lost a fluke game in the championship. They're going to be a fun tournament team. That I think you could play with, but we just know that won't happen. But if you just made it where, hey, because I'm all for getting more mid-majors in the tournament, because I think it just makes the tournament better anyway. So if you did that, where it's like, we're going to take the 4 best mid-majors that lost, by the net rankings or whatever in their tournament, they're getting in. Those are the 4 teams.
Okay, if they did that, I would actually support it. If they were like, what you just said is a great idea. 72 teams, the last 4, they do everything the same, but they have 2 more play-in games, and those 2 more play-in games now are just the 4 teams that play in those 2 play-in games, or maybe it would have to be in four-man play. I don't know how that would work. Regardless, It would be the teams. It'd be 2 teams playing against each other who lost in their conference championship but were the number 1 seed all year, or the highest-ranked regular season conference championship, the highest-ranked regular season champions of the mid-majors who did not win their tournament,
right?
Wherever you lost the tournament.
Even if you square them off with, like, whatever, just give them a chance to get into the tournament.
I like that idea too. But anything else, 76 is too much, and then you're really getting to the point where it's like, okay, now the first round really is like, there's like 8 first-round games or play-in games now. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, like the World Cup's gotten ridiculous where we're adding all these teams too now, and then like the play-in stages, you're going to get some third-place teams.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah, I mean,
why play the games then?
Well, yeah, it's the issue with it is, and the argument from Europe has always been that it's like, okay, our soccer is so much better, or South America, whoever it is, like there's always 1 to 2 really good European sides and 2 really good like teams from South America that get left out, and they're like, yeah, but we have fucking Honduras in the tournament.
Yeah.
So it's like, we got to figure, like, we either, you know what I mean? So it's like they have to figure out. So that's why they're trying to expand it where you get like Italy missed a World Cup or whatever it was not too long ago. Or
I remember that, yeah.
Like they won the Euros and then missed the World Cup. And then I think that's when FIFA was like, okay, we have to do something about this where,
Well, that's partially the issue with the qualifying of it too.
Right.
But I do agree though. And it's actually sad. We've seen this in every major sport. The NFL expanded to a 7th team in the playoffs in each conference. The NBA now has 10 teams, and you have 2 play-in game tournaments or whatever, right? College football has gone from 2 to 4 to 12, and now we're probably going to see 16 soon, right?
Football's the only one in that deal where it matters to me because it's like that team, like a team that finished 7th could get, maybe there's an injury or whatever, team that finished 7th could win the Super Bowl. So it's like you're adding a team to the mix that could win the Super Bowl. Basketball, I get why they do it because you have these shitty teams that have been so bad for so long. And it's like you're putting them in a play-in game and you're punishing the teams that finish 6th and 7th, or 7th and 8th. So I actually like it for the NBA because it brings crummier teams into it in the sense that, hey, at least we're trying to shoot for a play-in. You're never going to win the title. And it punishes teams that coast, like say they're nursing injuries and they're like, hey, we'll just be the 7th seed because we like this matchup.
Agreed.
So you don't want to play those games. So I actually like it for basketball. I don't like it for the NFL just because a team.
We've seen multiple 6 seeds win a Super Bowl.
Right.
And we don't. I don't know if we've ever seen an 8 seed win a championship in the NBA. So
have it.
There
has been.
It's completely different. I agree with you. It's the same thing with the
in
NCAA
hockey.
tournament.
The Lord's game would never expand.
Because they don't care about money. They don't give a shit about money.
No,
which
they don't. That's why the players make nothing.
Yeah, and I love it because it's more.
Connor McDavid makes the same amount of money as like Zach Collins. Put that in perspective.
True.
Yeah, he makes like $13 million a year.
That's
That's like the highest. Yeah, maybe a little bit more now after the new, but it's like $15 million. I think is like top end hockey money.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to some we've been talking a little college football, so let's just go through. I'm going to do my top 10.
Oh, I got a top 10
You
too,
got your top 10.
You go first.
I'll go first.
Or actually, let's just go line by line.
Oh, line by line. Okay.
So you give your 1 and I'll give my 1.
Oh, so we're going from 1 to 10 here.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to go 10 to 1.
All right, fine.
No.
Let's
10
go
to 10 to 1. Okay.
10 to 1. Go.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Coming in at number 10 on my top 10 college football rankings going into the 25-26 season. We're going to go, this is going to might be a surprise to you here, Turner. I'm going to go with the Arizona State Sun Devils. I think they're the best team in the Big 12. The Great White Hope, the rumbling, stumbling, do-it-all, every down backs, Cam Scatterbo is gone, but they do return Sam Leavitt, and they do return Kenny Dillingham, who is one of the best young coaches in college football, and I think they will be the best team in the Big 12. I think they repeat as Big 12 champions and they get back into the playoff. I like Sam Leavitt. I love Kenny Dillingham. Give me Arizona State. The Sun Devils coming in number 10.
That was kind of your hot team that you threw in there. So that was quite the explanation. At 10, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I have Alabama further down those teams at 10. Yep.
Alabama at 10.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And then I'll go number 9.
Go number 9.
Number 9. My number 9 is the fighting Brian Kelly's in LSU at number 9. And I hate Brian Kelly, but I think they're going to score a lot of points. I think they're going to be much better, I think, than they were last year. So I have LSU at 9.
Our lists are going to be quite different, actually. That's crazy. Okay, number 9, this is another kind of a shocker, I think. I don't think you would expect this team in my top 10. Ready? Number 9 is going to be the South Carolina Gamecocks, okay? In the coaches poll, I think they were 13 or 14. Here's the thing. It's in today's day and age of college football, everything is unknown going into the season. So I want to go for the known commodities. And the known commodities is your guy who you like, Lenoris Sellers. He's one of the best quarterbacks in college football, dual threat. I like him a lot. Shane Beamer, whatever, he's fine. Do they have a ton of talent? Not really. But I'm going to go, I think Lenoris Sellers carries them to a chance to make the college football playoff this year if the defense isn't just atrocious. Give me the South Carolina Gamecocks coming in at number 9. And I'll go back on number 8. Okay, number 8, I'm going to go with the Oregon Ducks. I have them a little bit lower than a lot of people here. I like Dan Lanning. I think he's a good coach against teams that he should beat. Regular season, he's been great. Oregon has a ton of talent coming in with all the money Phil Knight's throwing around over there in Eugene, but I'm not sold on Dante Moore. Dante Moore, high 5-star kid, went to UCLA, was basically handed and did not earn the starting job, gave it up midway through the year, sat behind Dylan Gabriel last year. I don't think he's very good. Not like Arch where you've seen flashes, right? I have not seen flashes from Dante Moore. Don't know what he is. Every quarterback seems to do well in that system. I think Oregon is in, I have them at 8. It wouldn't shock me if that team finishes outside the top 20 and does not make the playoff.
Okay, at number 8, not to steal your thunder, I have the South Carolina game.
Ooh, I like it. Okay, I like
you
it.
said, known commodity, sellers, very good. I think the defense was, I don't know how many they lost. Defense was fine last year. I think that they will make the college football playoff. I have South Carolina in the college football playoff. And at number, what is it? What am I now?
We're at 7 now.
Number 7, I have the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at 7.
Notre Dame.
Quarterback controversy right now.
Who is the quarterback?
Competition. They don't know yet. It's either going to be C.J. Carr or what is the other guy's name? Kenny Minchie, I think.
Who gives a shit? Because they both suck. If they just play a half-decent schedule, they're going to lose 5 games this year. They shouldn't even be in the top 20.
You're going to
Notre Dame.
You're going to pay for that.
Spoiler, they're not in my top 10, and they shouldn't be ranked at all. They should be out. They're the 52nd best team in college football this year. Marcus Freeman sucks now that Al Golden's gone. That was number 6.
Disgusting.
Okay, sorry. Wait, you went to number 7. My bad. Number 7 for me is going to be Alabama, the Crimson Tide. Look, I don't love Kalen DeBoer, but he's good. He's a good coach. Not a great coach. He's a good coach. Is this your grandma's Nick Saban Alabama team? No, it's not. Okay? But it's like your step grandpa's younger sister's Alabama team with Kalen DeBoer, right? A little more innovative, not as good, not the classic Alabama. They still got a ton of talent. They lose Jalen Milroe, but the key with that is it's a fucking upgrade because he sucks. So Alabama coming in at number 7. They're going to be a little bit better than they were last year. I don't know if they make the playoff, but I'm going to have them at number 7 coming into the season. Oh, and then I go number 6, right?
Yep. You do number 6, and then I'll do number 6, and then I'll just go through my top 5.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Then I'll finish my top 5. Yeah. Okay. Number 6 for me, you know who God loves, Turner?
Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
No. God loves one man, and his name is Dabo Swinney.
Oh, yeah.
And by default, if God loves Dabo Swinney, God also loves Cade Klubnik. Klubnik comes in one of the favorites as the Heisman for the Heisman Trophy this year. He's going to have a good year. He threw for 36 touchdowns last year. I don't love Clemson. I don't like that Dabo doesn't embrace the transfer portal, but I think they're going to be really good. We're going to find out a lot week 1. They take on LSU and Garrett Nussmeier. Going to be a clash of 2 top 10 teams early on, but I like Clemson at number 6.
Okay, so did I list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got Oregon at 6. Like you said, Phil Knight's pumping all that money in there. I'm with you. Quarterback, I don't know. I don't think they're good enough to win a national championship this year. At 5, Dabo, God's team besides Notre Dame. Klubnik, like you said, think he's going to have a big year. Except Jeremiah gave him the kiss of death and said he's going to be in the Heisman conversation.
Oh, well, now.
And remember, he had Jackson Arnold as a dark horse last year.
Yeah, he did.
So
thanks, Jeremiah.
Clemson at number 5. This is going to shock a lot of people. Ohio State at 4. A lot of quarterback. Yeah, let me also state this. I made these rankings as, say, week 1, who the best team in college football is week 1. Not necessarily going over the...
Yeah, me too.
So week 1, I have Clemson...
We're going into the season,
correct.
That's what our rankings
Clemson
are.
number 4, Georgia Bulldogs number 3. Obviously, a lot of convicts, loaded defense. They're racing cars. They're assaults with deadly weapons. It doesn't matter. That's what Kirby Smart does. He wins football games with convicts who all, if they don't make it to the NFL... It's straight to prison with most of them. Texas number 2.
Oh, you fucker.
And the shocker, the Penn State Nittany Lions.
No.
At number 1, I don't like Drew Lohr at all, but when you have 2 unbelievable running backs, and if they, listen, I stand on this. If Penn
You're
State,
a troll.
No. James Franklin can't win a big game. But you know what he could do? He could win a week 1 matchup against anybody. So give me Penn State. You put anybody in a game in a neutral field. This is my argument. In a neutral field against Penn State, I think they beat anybody in the country.
Okay.
Week 1.
If I wasn't a Texas fan and wearing a Texas jersey, he would have had Texas number 1. He knows Texas is the best team in the country.
Not week 1.
Yeah, they are.
Penn State beats them week 1.
No, they don't.
Texas beats them probably.
No, because that's still a big game. It's still a big game. He loses the big game regardless of when it is.
No, it's got to be fall.
No,
it's got to be later in the season.
It can be any
There's got to be a
time.
chill in the air, and you just broke a bobblehead. Something happened.
No, it's my nose
that's
spray.
your crack.
My liquid cocaine. No.
Penn State, Nittany Lions. I don't like Drew Allure either, Wes. He's going to sit there. He's going to hate this. I don't like him either. But you got 2 stud running backs, and you pound the ball.
Sean Allen and Singletary.
Yeah. Check the ball
okay.
down, win game. We see now. Will Penn State be my number 1 team at the end of the year? Of course not. We're not going to hold up. But week 1, they're the best team in the country.
Okay, so we have a pretty similar top 5. I'll give you mine. Here's my top 5. Again, to wrap up I went 10, Arizona State 10, South Carolina 9, Oregon 8, Alabama 7, Clemson 6. All right, number 5, Ohio State Buckeyes. I did the same thing you did. I don't know what they are. Julian saying, likely starter. Don't know what he is. Young kid, never really played college football. They lost a ton on both sides of the ball. I don't like Ryan Day. I know he won the national title last year. He underperforms in the regular season every year. Can't beat Michigan. Ohio State number 5, and I think they lose to Texas week 1 by 10 points. Coming in at number 4, I have this team way higher than you do. It's the one big difference. We've got LSU going to be number 4.
Wow,
I don't
like
Brian Kelly. Okay, I don't think he's very good, but I think they're better than Clemson, and I think they beat Clemson week 1 and make a statement. They have the best recruiting class in the country coming in this year, and finally are starting to sign bigger recruits.
And that's with losing the number 1 player.
Right.
Too.
And I think in terms of what we know, right, what we've seen, I already have talked about this. I'm not a big Garrett Nussmeier guy, but he's probably the best quarterback in the SEC in terms of what we know, what we've seen with our eyes. Nobody's been more productive.
Oh, he's better than Arch?
No, I'm saying he's been more productive than any other quarterback in the SEC going into this year. Him or Lenora Sellers, right? And I think LSU is going to be much better defensively. I think they're going to be really good on the offensive side of the ball. Look, I hope I'm wrong. And do I think LSU is winning a national title? Absolutely not. I think Brian Kelly will fuck this up. I'm just talking about who, like we're saying, going into week 1, talent-wise, what I've seen. Would I take LSU over Alabama in the SEC? Absolutely, I would. Would I take them over Georgia or Texas? No. But there's not another team in the SEC I would take over LSU talent-wise. So to me, LSU 4, number 3 then is going to be Georgia. Again, I've seen their quarterback. What's the guy's name? Gunner. Thank you, Bailey. Gunner Stockton. He looks like a 50-year-old man.
Goes in there and bitch slaps Texas in the second half.
Well, I wouldn't say
cold off the bench.
He didn't bitch slap Texas. He completed like 2 passes, okay?
Yeah.
He was fucking atrocious.
By the way, will to win.
He not only looks like a 50-year-old man, he not only looks like an insurance salesman from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but
shout out Wisconsin, shout out Miller Lite.
But I mean, there seems to be the way he talks. I don't know how that guy can memorize a playbook. I mean, there's a reason they ran like the same fucking play over and over in the SEC title game last year.
Man,
the guys
ran it down
that
Texas
guy's throat. IQ. I mean, he looks like he is. We were talking about Mincy frying his brain on acid for Barstool. That's what it seems like. That guy's brain has been fried on something that a fry cook cooked up in the back of a meth lab.
Sounds like he's still got some oceanfront property real estate in your head after that SEC title game.
Well, he sucks, so he doesn't. And we made it farther than they did, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Number 2, coming in at number 2. Oh, by the way, and Texas goes into Athens this year and beats Georgia. They go 12-0 undefeated. Arch wins the Heisman Texas national champ, 16-0. Okay, number 2. Also book it. Bold bet of the year. Bet your baby. Bet your mortgage. Bet your ball sack on Vanderbilt over 4.5 wins. I already threw $200 on it. It's a lock of the century. They will win 5 games this year.
Oh, Bailey.
No, they will not beat Texas, but they will win 5 games.
Bailey's brother's going to be there drunk, throwing cans at people.
Coming in at number 2.
He goes, yep.
Yeah. Coming in at number 2. Big game, James Franklin and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Yes, they're the second most talented team in the country. Utah, get me 2. That's
number
where Penn
1.
State stands. They are not number 1. Penn State will be number 2 going into the season. Will they win a Big Ten championship? Probably not. Why? Because James Franklin's just like Brian Kelly. They both fucking suck. And they're going to be terrible in big games. James Franklin will find a way to fuck it up the same way Brian Kelly will. They'll be number 2 going into the season. They'll end up losing in the Big Ten title game. They'll be out in the quarters or the semis. And everybody will say fire James Franklin once again. Moving on, number 1, the Texas Longhorns, the most talented team in the country. They've got the best player in the country in Arch Manning. He's the Heisman favorite for a reason. It's not just his last name. The guy answers, if you saw his interview the other day, he's a professional. He answers every question the exact way you would want him to. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's the most athletic dual threat Manning out there, which isn't saying much. Reminds me a lot more of his grandpa than he does of his 2 older uncles. Arch Manning leads Texas, like I said. This is beyond just who's the best team going in. Not only does he lead them into the horseshoe, takes down Ohio State with ease, throws 3 touchdowns, 350 yards, runs for 2 more, 5 touchdowns that game. Fucking dominates Ohio State. Not only does he do that, he then follows it up with 11 consecutive victories to go 12-0. They spank A&M the last game of the season by 42 points. Then we go into the SEC championship game. We take out Georgia for the second time this season, 13-0, and then we're going to win 3 games straight, and we're going to be national champs. The Texas Longhorns, they are going to the national championship. I was watching a replay of the 05-06 Vince Young 4th and 5 national championship on the line where he danced into the end zone. Arch is going to be spiking the ball in the end zone in a 21-point national championship victory over whoever the fuck it is. Doesn't matter. They'll win. National champs. Hook 'em, baby. All right.
Have you ever seen the movie The Campaign and Cam Brady wrote a book called Rainbow Land? Because the story you just gave me is the grown man Texas version of the book Rainbow Land. Where everything's free and everything's made out of gumdrops. It's a communist manifesto. That's my all-time favorite. It's like, I wrote that in the 2nd grade. Rainbow Land is a communist manifesto.
Oh, man. Well, whatever. Shit on Texas as much as you want. They're fucking...
I'm not shitting on them.
They're the best team in the country.
They're going to be really good.
They're going to be damn good.
They're going to lose 2 games. They're going to be a top 4 team in the country.
They're going to be a damn good team. Okay. Let's move on here. I want to go through, and by the way, just for reference, the coaches poll came out. Texas was 1, Ohio State 2, Penn State 3, Georgia 4, Notre Dame 5, Clemson 6.
How about the respect of Notre Dame?
By the way,
they don't even know who the quarterback's going to be. Number 5 team in the country.
You know how many first place votes they got?
0.
Clemson got 2, and they were 6th.
Well, yeah.
Oregon, Alabama, LSU, Miami. Miami
Clemson
10
knows
is
who
crazy.
their quarterback's going to be.
Miami 10 is crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, show some respect to Carson Beck.
Carson Beck, man, the breakup with the Cavender twin, I don't know which one he dated. I have no idea, but
Bailey would know.
Took a toll on him. I think it was Haley.
Can we confirm that, Bailey? Was it Haley? What?
Who did Carson?
You are pop culture king over there.
Apparently so.
Only rappers.
Let's see.
Only ethnic rappers.
Well,
he doesn't even like the white ones. He couldn't tell you anything about the white rappers.
Oh, no, I'm wrong. It was Hannah on a 50-50 shot, and I failed. Okay.
The fact that you know both their names is great.
I mean, they're pretty simple. They're pretty known people.
No. I just know them as Cavender twins. I know who they are. I had no idea what their first names were.
I couldn't tell you which is which, but I know their names, Hannah and Haley.
Right. One of them dates the Cowboy, right?
Do they?
Yeah, the Cowboys tight end.
Oh, that's right. Gavin Escobar, right?
No. Gavin Escobar Ferguson.
Oh, Jake Ferguson. That's right. Why did
Escobar.
I think Gavin Escobar?
Dude, wait. I think Gavin Escobar's dead.
Bailey said, no, that's Pablo. Wait.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
Well, it would be hard for him to date her then. Fuck.
Wow, dude. Show some respect. You got to cut that. My God.
Wait, how did he die?
This is a circus.
Hold on.
Here.
What happened? Stop. Rock climbing in California? Are you shitting me? He worked as a firefighter, and on September 28th, he was rock climbing, and
that sucks. Shout out Gavin Escobar. Good player.
All right. Let's move on here. We're going to go to last 2 things. Last thing. We said we were going to do, because we're running out of shows to do this. We did our AFC South and North last time. Let's do the AFC East and West, and we're done. Okay, AFC East, AFC West. We're going 4-1. Okay, and this is off the cusp because I didn't write any. Well, I wrote something last time, and I don't remember. So we'll start with the AFC West. So we got the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers. All right, coming in at number. You want me to go first? Or you want to?
You go first.
Right.
What are we doing? The West.
We're doing the AFC West, and then we'll do the AFC East.
Okay.
Coming in at number 4, it's going to be the Oakland, not the Las Vegas, the Oakland Raiders. By the way, I didn't even know they moved the A's out of Oakland until like a week ago.
Yeah, they're playing Sacramento.
What the fuck? That's messed up. Poor Oakland just gets fucked every which way. Okay, coming in number 4, the Oakland Raiders. They've got a new quarterback, and his name is Geno Smith.
Yep.
Geno's going to be slinging it around
Gotta
to
love
Brock
Geno.
Bowers and Jacoby Myers. By the way, Jacoby Myers is going to have a huge year this year, but the Raiders still are the Raiders, right? And they're going to win. Ashton Jeanty came in. Their offense is going to be a little bit better, but they're going to win 6 games this year. Step up from Antonio Pierce, for sure.
Oh, God. Hell no.
You know what?
Wait, who's their coach? Oh, Pete
Carroll.
Please.
Pete Carroll's going to be chewing that gum on the sideline to a powder.
Yep.
And
Like I said, it's a bad day to be a piece of gum in Las Vegas.
That's right.
It's a bad day.
Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Raiders. Coming in at number 3 is going to be the Denver Broncos. All right. Look, the Broncos had a much better season than anticipated last year. Bo Nix started with an impressive 7 of 15 first half for -7 yards. We've never seen anything like it before, to complete 7 passes for an average of -1 yards per pass in an entire half. Never been done before.
Didn't
will
they
never
win
be done
10
since.
games still?
They did, and they went to the playoffs, and they lost to the Buffalo Bills in the first round. However, this year they missed the playoffs. They're going to win 8 games. They regress. The defense is great, but that defense was historically good last year. They didn't address their one issue, which was their their weak side corner. I think they take a step back this year. Bo Nix is not as good as he showed.
Wait, they drafted Jahdae Barron.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Coming in at number 2, we're going to go with the LA Chargers. All right. They did not talk about not addressing things. They did not address their wide receiver issues. Ladd McConkey is a really good receiver, but they still have, what's his name out there? Your boy?
Quentin
Johnston, who is the biggest Butterfingers McGee I've ever seen. Quentin Johnston, not enough. Will Dissly, the tight end, not enough for Herbert. But Herbert's a stud. Harbaugh's building this team in his image. They're a big, strong, physical football team. They're going to take another step forward. They were in the playoffs last year as a wild card, got beat in the first round by the Texans. After leading most of the game, they imploded. Herbert threw multiple picks late in that game. They take a step forward this year. They win a playoff game. They win 10 games this year. Okay, maybe 11. Coming in at number 1, the Chiefs. We all know they're number 1. Nobody cares. They're not. I'll say this. One bold prediction. Chiefs will not only not win, they'll not go to the Super Bowl. I think they don't even go to the conference championship this year. I think they lose in the first round of the playoffs. They're going to get upset at home. I think they're going to have a down year this year. Mahomes is due for a bad year. Kelsey's going to be the last year of his career, and he's done. I don't like the Chiefs this year. I think they're going to finally come back down to earth. Go ahead.
Give me the Las Vegas Raiders dead last. Big step. I mean, Antonio Pierce is a leader of men. Those are just the facts. Those guys played hard for him. They were one shitty ball club. Didn't manage in-game shit very well, but leader of men. Number 3, man, this is a tough call here. Number 3, I'm going to have the Chargers. Man, it's them and the Broncos are right there. I just think the Broncos have a better defense than the Chargers. I do trust Herbert more, but Herbert just finds ways to lose games a lot of times. So I'm going to go Chargers probably. Man, I'm going to say the Chargers and Broncos both finished 10-7.
Okay.
And they whatever. They're going to be right there. The Broncos went on a tiebreaker. And then the Chiefs.
And if they tie the last game of the season, they both get in, but then one of them makes a field goal as time expires to get in.
Yes. And then the Chiefs are going to win one more game. They're going to be 11-6. I think it's going to be a really close division.
So you think they're going to be down
I
this
just think
year
they're
too?
going to. I think they're going to be. Yeah. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl. And I just think that they're going to think about how many close games they won last year. Maybe they just don't win.
Would it shock you if they didn't win the division this year?
Not really, just because they're one. If Mahomes misses any time at all, then they definitely could. I just think that the Chargers and the Chargers and Broncos are two pretty good teams on paper.
Yeah. I legitimately believe if the Chargers had one more receiver, they could win the division this year.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't think that you did forget that they did draft Trey Harris, who could be good.
Yeah.
He was good at Ole Miss. He's just always
right?
hurt. He's just always hurt.
There's a third round, 3rd or 4th.
I think they got him in the 3rd.
Yeah. I don't know. A
lot of people thought that he was a first-round talent. It's just the injury stuff kept him earlier. Who knows?
Oh, he went in the second, very end of the second.
Yeah.
55th overall. Okay, let's go. Last one. AFC East. I'll go first.
Go ahead.
All right, coming in at number 4, we're going to go with the Jets. Justin Fields is the worst starting quarterback in football this season. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I don't know why they fired Robert Saleh last year, or Saleh, however you want to say it. I don't know. That Jets organization is a disaster. Trading for Aaron Rodgers, then like appeasing him and going and trading for fucking Devontae Adams in the middle of the season. It was the most catastrophe. It was a catastrophe last year. It was a train wreck. Couldn't look away. Jets number 4. Number 3, I'm going to actually surprise everybody. I'm going to go with the Dolphins at number 3. I think this is it for Mike McDaniel. I think Mike McDaniel lost that locker room last year. Tua is not what everybody thought he was for that 5 fucking games that he was really good.
The old me would have thrown up the T-Rex, but I'm not doing it anymore.
T-Rex Tua.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you are.
Old me.
T-Rex. Yeah, new year, new Turner.
Yep.
New football year, new Turner.
Yep.
But give me the Dolphins at number 3. I think Mike McDaniel gets fired at the end of the season. I think they win 7 games this year, and I think they miss the playoffs again. And it's not because of a Tua injury. It's because they aren't very good, and Mike McDaniel's not a very good football coach, in my opinion. Good play caller. It worked for a little bit, got figured out, can't adapt. People don't believe in that guy. Smoking his little vape on the sideline. Coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. Mike Vrabel's a leader of men. Bailey knows that better than anybody, being a Titans fan.
Yep.
And I like Drake May. I think Drake May takes another big step forward this year. There's a chance that he ends up being, I don't think he'll be better than Jaden Daniels, but I think there's a chance he ends up being on that level at the end of his career. I think he's mobile, he's athletic, he's got an incredible arm. They're saying he's taking big strides forward, and they're kind of starting to build around him a little bit. They're getting a little bit better on the offensive line. They drafted Will Campbell, right?
Good draft pick there.
Good draft pick to help him. They had a historically bad offensive line 2 years ago. So I think they're taking steps in the right direction, and I think they win 8 games this year, and they nudge just ahead of the Dolphins, maybe 9. And then coming in at number 1, the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills, this is their year. I think this is their year, or that's it. Like, if they don't win this year, something needs to change. They need to fire Sean McDermott. Not the division. I'm talking about the Super Bowl. They're going to win the division. That's a done deal. They will win the division again. They're going to win 12, 13, I think maybe even 14 games this year.
Damn.
I think Josh Allen has a repeat of last year. He could win another MVP, although I think Burrow wins it this year. I think Josh Allen's phenomenal this season, and I think the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl. And if they don't at least get to a Super Bowl, it's time to fire Sean McDermott. It's the time to cut ties, because something will have to change in that building, and it's not going to be Josh Allen, okay? And so there's one guy left that has caused problems, and that has cost them games in the playoffs, and it's Sean McDermott. It's not Josh Allen, it's Sean McDermott. Go ahead.
It's Tyler Bass, kicker. Can't kick for shit in crunch time.
If you just 13 seconds to
dead
go,
last,
don't give a touchdown.
Miami Dolphins, 5 wins.
Wow.
Hate to put anything on Tua, but there's no way he stays healthy. Then you have Thompson or Ewers in there, and 5 wins. Jets, 6 wins. The New England Patriots, 8 wins. Buffalo Bills, 13 wins. That order.
Okay. Buffalo Bills.
Patriots 1 game under 500.
You said the Patriots are 3rd or 2nd?
I have them 2nd at 8-9. I think
the
Jets are going to be.
We have the same. We just have the Jets and the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think the Jets are going to be better than the Dolphins.
I actually have the Dolphins worst at the beginning. Yeah, interesting. Okay, that's all we got this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Make sure if you're new to the channel, like, subscribe, comment below.
Shout out Big Dog for the electric performance in this beautiful.
We don't care about that.
Just beautiful set and studio.
Yeah,
my God.
Threatening to kick us out every week. We appreciate it.
Bailey with the head nod back there.
Yeah.
Great plug.
Yeah,
great plug. SA Voice, Comia. What am I missing, Bailey?
Record Inc.
Tejas Records.
Make sure go get yourself a serious sandwich at Zito's. Shout out to Zito's. Brad was in Vegas this weekend. He was sending me some jackpot hits. By the way, call the 4s if you need an injury attorney. 444-4444. Jeff's got your back. He's here for you. Call the 4s, and if you bet number 4 on roulette in Vegas, you usually hit.
You'd laugh. I made my buddy's sister's a judge up in Dallas, and I made her real nervous. And I sent her a text message and said, "Thanks so much for the sponsorship of the show. We'll make sure to shout you out 3 or 4 different times." And she goes, "I know nothing about your show, but there's no way." And I said, "It could ruin a political career in about 30 seconds." So we won't do that to her.
We've got to get Jeff to sponsor the show.
Oh, yeah. Jeff is our
That's our guy.
He's our flagship sponsor.
That's our guy. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week.
Flagships.